Hello, my name is Jason Flores, and I'm going to talk to you today about agriculture here in North Carolina. Agriculture in North Carolina is specifically focused on pig farming as a key industry. Uh, North Carolina is the second largest producer of pigs in the country, and our project is focused on establishing locally sourced food supply, creating nutritiously beneficial feeds for pigs, as well as boosting North Carolina's economy by supporting local foods. Today's swine production systems have become larger, more specialized, and dependent on purchased feed supplies in the past. There's environmental problems, cultural problems, and social problems that can be associated with the production of swines in the 50s and 60s that are often overlooked. However, by the production was swine production was characterized by small individual systems that have focused or relied on recycling of animal manures back to the land as major nutrient sources for the farms.
Animal feeding practices in the United States have increased greatly over the past century. Animal feed plays an important role in the global food industry, ensuring economic production of animal proteins throughout the world. Feed is the main and most essential component to ensuring safe, abundant, and affordable animal proteins. However, animal production feed is dependent on soybeans, from which form the majority of the world businesses of feed protein. Current trends show that soybean and substitute protein crops will be needed to keep pace with demand of the global livestock feed. To keep track with demands, we want to propose a new innovative way to do that, which is the use of entomophagy, which is the consumption of insects, which has been a common practice for tens of thousands of years. Insects contain a high amount of fat, protein, vitamin, fiber, and mineral content when compared to soybeans. And it's important to be considered that it is part of the natural diet for the wild pigs. This will lead to a higher quality of meat, healthier pigs, and of course more money for farmers, as well as essentially starting a new innovative industry native to North Carolina, which is where the insect farms will be produced. This flowchart outlines the type of process that we want to emulate here in North Carolina. There's going to be a start of organic and food waste from the pigs, which will be processed at the factory and the farms, where the insects will essentially lay their eggs and hatch and feed on the waste. The larvae are going to grow, and from there will be growing, and from there they'll be processed into the powder, which will be essentially turned into animal feed, which is refed to the pigs, essentially creating a complete life cycle fulfilled from end to end. These feeds, of course, should be mixed to various feed ingredients so we can determine which is the optimal feed for the pigs, and depending upon their weight and age and different factors to be considered for the future. Ultimately, the goal is to have happier, healthier, and fatter pigs for here in North Carolina, where the feed will be produced to create a sustainable life cycle development that's local to here. Ultimately focusing on happier pigs that have been focusing on a more natural diet, which includes insects. So thank you very much.